All it takes is one injury and your whole life can change.
This is Andre. Andre was playing for the Birmingham City youth team and had a bright future in football. However, his career was tragically cut short at just 17 through injury.
I was playing just about 5 minutes into a game. All it was, a bit of uneven grass. I've turned at like a funny angle. I've had my knee's gone, agony. The verdict was I'd torn my cruciate ligament in my knee and that I wouldn't be playing football for a long time. I've played against Zach Knight, Sean Davis, Gabriel Abonglahor, Isaiah Osborne, Luke Moore.
I mean, they're all Premiership players,
yeah.
So could you say that you could be playing in the Premiership now if you were up to that calibre?
If I didn't have the injury, and possibly, yeah. I didn't really prepare myself in the sense that if I didn't make it, then I could have something to fall back on.
So kids that play football today, would you encourage them to stay on track with their studies?
Yeah, definitely, because all it takes is one bad tackle. That could be the end of your career before it even starts.
I felt bad for Andre. He sacrificed his education for football, and one cruel twist of fate meant that not only did his career in football end, he had nothing to fall back on. I wanted to see how much emphasis Premiership clubs put on educating their youth players. After researching into it, I discovered that all football academies must employ an education and welfare officer, a role which consists of making sure their players stay on track with their studies. I wanted to see firsthand how the education welfare officers benefited youth players, so I went to the West Bromwich Albion Youth Academy to find out how their youth players were preparing for a reality outside of football.
Basically, Mike, the education officer, helps make sure we're on track with our studies.
They'd kind of like send you on the right track, saying you need to be doing this, like, and they'll show you, they'll try and scare you a bit, saying like, but what if you don't make it? You'll have nothing to fall back on.
If we're not performing, if we're not doing our studies, they make us come in till 5 every day of the week till we finish it, and if we're still not doing it, then they can stop us from playing on the Saturday.
Yeah, I'm lucky because my brother was a scholarship player here and he didn't make it, and he's now at Worcester Uni, so he's used his qualifications that he got, put them to good use for a career outside of football.
At the club, they make us focus on our education as well as the football. They don't leave it aside, like we do that as much as we play football.
You just wouldn't have that person pushing you along. Mike's there every day, like pushing you, saying we're getting this work done today. So later on, you can just focus on your football.
I think the club are strict on making sure you keep your feet on the ground, and there is a backup plan with education, and so it's hard to get distracted really.
It's clear that these players are receiving great educational support from their club, so if their ambitions of going pro are cut short, they have a safety net to fall back onto. It's encouraging to know that clubs are investing in the futures of their youth team, as the players themselves invest so much of their own lives to making it in this sport. Andre was unlucky, and I can't help but think that if his club had the same education schemes that are in place in youth academies today, he could be in a much stronger position. However, despite all the educational support provided to these youths, it's up to them to make the most of it when it matters.